Hello, welcome to the Java tutorial. Here we will learn how to make Java programs. So let's talk about Java. Java is a programming language, and Java supports OOPS, and we can say that Java is pure OOPS because each and every statement in the Java program is written inside the class. So in Java, here everything is treated as a class, and we make the object of that class, and we can access or use that object of the class. So requirement, we need some softwares, or we can say some tools to make a Java program. First we need is JDK, that is Java Development Kit, which provides us tool to the develop any Java program. And so here we need JDK, and we will write the Java code in any editing text editor software like Notepad or Notepad plus plus. Then we can since we install the JDK, so GRE will be already installed. So GRE stand for Java Runtime Environment, and it will provide the environment to run our Java program on the Java platform or inside the JVM, that is Java Virtual Machine. So first we have to install the JDK. So let's check JDK is installed or not. So we will go to the run, press Windows key plus R, and write CMD, hit enter. Command window will be open. Now write Java C. So Java C is the Java compiler name. So we write Java C and hit enter, and it says Java C is not recognized any internal or external command. Means JDK is not installed in our system. So let's install the JDK. So here we go. We have JDK 7 and JDK 8. Whatever version you are using, it's better to use JDK upper than JDK 6. So here we will install JDK 7. It will take less time, so press yes. JDK 8 is also here. We can install anyone, because we are not going to develop the more complex softwares, so there will be very slightly difference between Java JDK 7 and JDK 8. So we press next. Like general softwares are installed, we can install JDK here. It will take some time. After the installation of JDK, we can make the Java program in any text editor, like I have already said that Notepad or Notepad plus plus. Then we will save and we will compile it through command mode, and we can run that Java program. Let's talk about how Java or JDK or JVM actually works. Look, we write the code of the any Java program in any Notepad editor or text editor, and we will save it through the extension name of .java. When we compile Java compiler, that is Java C, with the help of JDK, converts our man-made codes, human-written codes, that is in English language, into bytecode. Java works on bytecode. So it says some part of Java is already, like JavaFX is installed. So JDK is now installed. We can check Java has so many tools with JDK, like Java FX, Java SDK, Java updates, and JDK. So we will be concerned about Java Development Kit, that is JDK. Now let's check in control panel program features, and we will find now JDK is installed. So here we can see JDK is already installed. So it says update is also here. So now we can, if we go inside, go to the command viewer. Now we will type Java C. It's still saying Java C is not recognized internal or external command. So there is two reasons. Once is we have to expire the session, so we will write exit, and then again we will go to the command mode, and now we will type Java C. So it still says Java C is not recognized internal or external command. Here we have to so let's exist first. We have to set the part of the JDK. So we will go to this C drive because all programs are installed in the C drive by default, and we will go to the program files. If you are working on Windows Microsoft Windows 64-bit operating system, then probably we will see a folder in C drive, program files x86. So you need to go x86. Here I am using 32 bit, so I will go to the program files, then I will look for the Java folder. Here is the Java folder. So here we can see that in Java GRE is already installed because we have installed the JDK. So we will not need to install the GRE from so we will go to the JDK and we will open the bin path, and now clicking in the address bar, we will copy the path of the bin folder. So press Ctrl C, now close it, and now go to the my computer, right click on my computer and click on properties, then and here go to the advanced system setting, then click on environment variable. Now you can see that here no environment variables are set. If you find some environment variable here, you can select and we can delete it. Here we will click on new, and in variable name we will write path, and in variable value we will paste the path of the JDK folder, JDK bin folder. So now press OK, OK again, OK again. Now close the window and go to the command mode, and now if we check write Java C. Now our Java compiler is working. So now we can make any Java program in anywhere in the computer system, and we can compile the Java program from here and we can run. So we are talking about how JDK works. So we write the programs in anywhere in the computer. Our program can reside in anywhere in the computer. When we compile our program, it converts our high level language program into bytecode, and then when we run our program, bytecode is a intermediate type of intermediate language. It is neither English language or neither machine language, that is 0 or 1 binary. This makes the Java platform independent also. That's why Java is so much popular, and Java and so many programmers prefer to use Java, because Java is platform independent and it is machine independent also, because Java programs always keeps its program in bytecode, that is machine independent. When we run that bytecode in any machine, the machine converts that bytecode into its own machine code. So here now we can make any Java program. So let's open Notepad. We will make a simple Java program here. We will make a program to print welcome to Java program, or hello, this is my Java program. So as I have already told, in Java everything is written in the class. So first we will write class, that is keyword, and we will name the class name. So we have written here ABC, but if you already know any object-oriented programming system, then you will be aware about the public, private or protected, and we will see it later in this course also. Here we have to write public. So we have written public class ABC, that is our class name. Now in open and close parentheses we will make a main function, and because in every program we need a main method that starts the execution of any program. So here in Java there is a predefined syntax to write a main function, that is public static void void main. Here we will write a string, and we can name anything here like arg, and put the square bracket open and close. Now we will define the body for the main method inside opening and closing parenthesis. Now here we will write system and we will write hello, this is my first Java program. At the end we will put the statement terminator, that is semicolon. So here we have written first we have created a class named ABC, and we have written public before the class keyword that specify that this class is public and can be used from anywhere in the program. So and now inside the class we have declared main method, that is our main method, and it will start the execution of the program. So there is 3 keywords before the main method or associated with main method, that is public. Public means it can be accessed out of the class. Static declares that the main method can be accessed without creating the object of the class. That's static keywords benefits us. We will see a static keyword later on in brief in detail. So void is the return type of the method, means at that time main method doesn't return anything. If you are facing any problem in Java, you should go to the our C++ online tutorial or video tutorial. There you will be more clear about class objects. So here we go. Now main is the name of the method, and we have passed a string type array, that is a string type of array argument to the main. It enables the main method to take the input from the command line, or take the command line argument input as command line argument. We will see it later also. And inside the main method we have written system, that is a predefined class in Java. Dot out is the object of the system class, and dot println is a method inside the system class, and println performs the or prints the output on the output screen or wherever we run this program. And we have written hello, this is my first program Java inside this double quotes. It is like a string literal. So these are the minimum requirement, or these are the predefined syntax in Java to write any program till now. So we require a class that should be public, then a main method that should be preceded by public static void keyword, and a main method must have argument that is a string type array, and for output we write system.out.println hello, this is my class. Here mind you one more thing, in Java every predefined class name begins with capital letter. Like here you can see a string is a class and its first letter is capital, system is a class and its first letter is capital. Similarly later on you will see so there are so many predefined class in Java, and every predefined class in Java has first letter as capital. So now we will save this file as .java, extension is .java. So go to the file and click save. We can save it anywhere, so I will prefer to save it in D drive, and I will make a new folder for Java program. So I will click new folder and I will name it Java _proud. it stands for program. So I will open this folder. Now here, since our main class, that is that class contains the main method, main class name is abc, so it's always better idea to write the file name with the main method class name, like abc.java. You can name anything this to this file, but at the time of compilation and execution you have to change the name of the class and name of the compilation file. So it's always better to write the same name to the file, and that is the name of the main class. So I have written abc.java, and you can choose here all files, click save. So now it's saved as abc.java. Now we will go to check in D drive java prog, that is here. We can see there is a java file named abc. Now in command mode, since our java compiler is already running, so we can compile our file in command mode. So let's go to the java D drive java prog folder. So we will change the drive first. Now we will write cd stand for change directory, that is a basic command for DOS. Now we will write java underscore prog, that is our source program folder name or root folder name. As we press enter, it says system cannot define the path specifier. Let's check the folder name, java prog. Rename it to java, it should be prog, prog. That was a spelling mistake. So here, now if we execute the same command, we are in java program prog folder. Now here we can compile our java program. For compilation syntax is we write javac, that is tool in jdk, and name java compiler, it's java compiler. Now we will write the file name. So file name is abc.java. This is the file name. So as we press enter, it says nothing is here, no message here, means our program doesn't contain any error. So let's create some error. Here in source folder, let's delete this semicolon. Now save it until or unless you save your program. Since we have changed the directory name, that is folder name, so it asks for the new path. So we will go to the java prog. In D drive we will go to java prog. In java prog we will now write abc.java. It will overwrite, say yes. Okay, now here compile our program. It says one error is here. Error is semicolon expected. Java compiler is very much cooperative to the programmer. It indicates that semicolon expected with the up arrow sign. So in this way Java compiler reports the error. So now we will put the semicolon back. Now save our program. I have already said that until or unless you save your program and compile your program, it doesn't shows the changes in your program. So we will compile here, and it says our program is okay. Now we can run our program. So to run our program we have to write Java interpreter name, that is Java itself. Java is the name of interpreter in Java, and then we will write here class name. So since our class name and file name is both same, that is abc, and our class name is also abc, so in compilation we write javac file name, that is abc.java, but in interpreter or to execute program we write Java class name. So class name is also abc, so we simply write abc. If you have given different name to the class or different name to the file, keep in mind while you are executing and compiling your program. So we have written Java ABC, and now if we press enter, it says hello, this is my first Java program. So program is successfully executed. Now move on to our source folder, that is Java prog folder. In D drive, Java prog folder, we have seen that one Java file is there and one class file is there. This class file is the bytecode which is converted by the Java compiler while we were executing this compiling this Java file. Now this bytecode is platform independent and system independent. It can run on any machine, only it needs a JVM installed on that machine. Means Java virtual machine must be installed on, or JRE, that includes JVM, Java runtime environment, must be installed on any computer, and on that computer or machine this program can successfully execute. So here we have seen how to make simple Java programs, and minimum requirement is a class and main method, and how we can execute or compile our program we have already seen. So